Welcome to today's Daily Manna of Wednesday, the 4th of September 2024. Today's topic is Shun Discontentment. Our text today is taken from Numbers chapter 17 verses 1 through 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and take of every one of them a rod according to the house of their fathers, of all their princes according to the house of their fathers 12 rods. Write thou every man's name upon his rod. And thou shalt write Aaron's name upon the rod of Levi. For one rod shall be for the head of the house of their fathers. And thou shalt lay them up in the tabernacle of the congregation before the testimony, where I will meet with you. And it shall come to pass, that the man's rod, whom I shall choose, shall blossom. And I will make to cease from me the murmurings of the children of Israel, whereby they murmur against you. Verse 6. And Moses spake unto the children of Israel, and every one of their princes gave him a rod apiece, for each prince one, according to their fathers' houses, even 12 rods. And the rod of Aaron was among their rods. And Moses laid up the rods before the Lord in the tabernacle of witness. And it came to pass, that on the morrow Moses went into the tabernacle of witness, and, behold, the rod of Aaron for the house of Levi was budded, and brought forth buds, and bloomed blossoms, and yielded almonds. And Moses brought out all the rods from before the Lord, unto all the children of Israel. And they looked, and took every man his rod. And the Lord said unto Moses, Bring Aaron's rod again before the testimony, to be kept for a token against the rebels, and thou shalt quite take away their murmurings from me, that they die not. Verse 11. And Moses did so. As the Lord commanded him, so did he. Key verse. Numbers chapter 17 verse 10. And the Lord said unto Moses, Bring Aaron's rod again before the testimony, to be kept for a token against the rebels, and thou shalt quite take away their murmurings from me, that they die not. The periodical Family Times posted a story of a monk who joined a monastery and took a vow of silence. After the first 10 years, his superior called him in and asked, Do you have anything to say? The monk replied, Food bad. After another 10 years, the monk again had an opportunity to voice his thoughts. He said, Bed hard. Another 10 years went by, and again he was called in before his superior. When asked if he had anything to say, he responded, I quit. And the superior promptly retorted, It doesn't surprise me a bit. You've done nothing but complain ever since you got here. From our text, God addressed discontentment and murmuring among the people. Some of them had voiced their unhappiness about the centralization of Israel's leadership in the same family. With Moses as prophet and Aaron as high priest over Israel, discontent soon led to a rebellion that consumed Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, with hundreds of other men of renown in the nation. To end these complaints, the Lord commanded Moses to collect the rods or staff of all heads of the tribes in Israel, and place them in the tabernacle. The next morning when the rods were examined, Aaron's rod budded and bore almond fruits, a clear indication that God chose him. Many people struggle for leadership positions in the church. They fail to accept that the choice of leaders comes from God. When we fail to realize this, it brings about discontentment. Naturally, it is difficult to submit to others when one has not been sanctified and renewed by God. This is a sign that self is still dominant in one's life. We should go to God for sanctification instead of staging protest, thereby provoking God's wrath. Thought for the day. Leaders do not complain, and complainers cannot lead. The Bible in 1 year, read by Alexander Skirby. Leviticus chapters 12 to 14.